Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Competition is the name of the game. Now, you know what? I just did a podcast this past Monday and everything, talking about the suppression of masculinity. Now, I mentioned the infamous Pookie and Ray Ray in there, and as always, people will get in the comments and saying, whatever. Usually it's, in my opinion, a defeatist attitude towards Pookie and Ray Ray. Like, oh, the women gonna chase after them and all of that. Look, and this is for everybody. The reality is, as a man, you always going to be competing for women. And if you don't want to compete for women, that's on you. But just the nature of the thing, just the nature of history, men have always competed for the best women. They ain't look at the women and say, oh, well, you just going for that guy. No, they figured out whatever they had to do, even up to killing the men that they're competing with. That's how many wars have been started, fought over the prime women. That's how it is. I mean, that thing starts if two men have sex with a woman within like the same day and they both ejaculate in her. That fight starts with the sperm. And science has proved this. That fight starts with the sperm. Which sperm is ruthless enough is going to get over there. In fact, you have some sperm whose sole job is to block other men's sperm. So that competition started like before conception. Understand that. And the reality is, and even men fighting each other, killing each other, raping women. When conquerors usually come into, when they conquer an area, one of the first things they do, they start raping the women, or the more peaceful ones, they'll start mating with the women. This happened in West Africa when Europeans started coming in. They started mating with local women. This happened in South America when Europeans came in. They started mating with the women. So that competition thing is old. Now, it's sad when I hear adult black men, supposedly educated black men, complaining about Pookie and Ray Ray. And I've said this before, but I gotta say this again. Really, you gotta be ready to compete. Don't look at the woman. That's weak, man. Seriously, women by nature gonna go for the males they see the strongest, even if you don't see that man as the strongest. So you gotta compete for it, because women by their nature, they built this way. People talk about hypergamy and all that stuff. Shoot, they built that way. They supposed to get the strongest genes. They're supposed to. Those the ones whose babies they want to have. But they ain't gonna see you as strong if you're bitching about the other man instead of competing with them. Cause shoot, now even more so just dealing with women. Not even just dealing with women, just dealing in life. And I remember coming up, I came up in a couple hoods. People know I'm from DC. I seen the shit in Anacostia. I seen the shit in Brookland, Michigan Park. You always got those dudes in the neighborhood just weak. Porch kids or something. And what the other kids do? Be making them do whatever, taking their money. Shit, sometimes be raping them. These are men doing this to other men. Man, that's how deadly the competition is. That's how deadly. That's what happens. You get some people, they will go through it. If you go to a grade school, you don't stand up for yourself, what they do. But see, what I'm seeing is a bunch of men who are not standing up. You up there complaining about all these other men. Well, they going for these men and stuff. Well, you be better than those men. Don't blame the women. Because the thing about the Pookies and the Ray Rays, they ruthless about this shit. They are ruthless. And see, I'm going to tell you what. I don't worry about them because I'm ruthless about getting mine. You know what? And I'm saying publicly, hey, I just got a co-parent now. But one thing I said to her one time, I said, you know what? Nobody else will have children by her. She had my children. That's a competition. Plenty of dudes wanted to get her pregnant. Plenty of dudes wanted her to drop their seed. She dropped my seed. And that's how you got to look at it. As a man, you're going to be competing for whatever. You're going to be competing for women. You're going to be competing for resources. You're going to be competing for power. Like I said, let's take the women out of this for a second. You're going to go through life acting like you scared of another man? Because what happens is shit really fall apart. This shit fall. There's a lot of people ready for this shit, for shit to hit the fan. So you got some people actually prepping for it. What you going to do when you can't pick up the what you going to do when you can't pick up the phone and call the police? Because they probably looting too. What's going to happen then? Nah. You can't, like, you got to be ready to compete. You might have to lay out a body and be good with it. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. And, you know, we got too many men. It's like, you're crying about it. And I'm going to say it. And if this don't apply to you, hey, let it go. Just thumb it down and keep walking. But too many men say, well, they doing this and complaining. Okay, well, what the fuck you going to do about it? You still going to have to compete. Because, and, you know, about that Pookie and Ray Ray thing, you really ain't competing with them. I'm gonna let all y'all know that shit. You think you competing with them because you see it. Nah, you competing with some muscle-bound motherfucker who probably making some money too. That's who you competing with. Because they always looking for that top male. They looking for that top male sexually. They looking for that top male socially. If they can get it both in one package, boom, that's what they gonna get. And yeah, there's gonna be some that get those. Yeah, there's some Pookie and Ray Ray's gonna get some, but then some dudes who got their paper and stuff, got their degrees running some shit. Shit, Glendon Cameron, shout out him. He called them disruptive males. Y'all need to check out his channel. Cause you gotta have a mindset, you gonna get yours. Alright. Ain't nobody gonna stop it. And I told some people, I've told this before, you put me in a room with some Pookie and Ray Rays and I'm gonna be like, damn y'all, maybe I'll leave some of these women for y'all after you finish, cause I ain't worried about it. Cause I body slam like most of them. I body slam most of them. Ones I can't body slam, trust me, I know pressure points. And that's how you gotta be though. It's a competition. And let me look at it another way. Cause I know a lot of y'all be like checking out dating coaches and everything for, you know, to learn how you get those fine women. Cause let's be real, most of y'all don't want those like average looking women or plain Janes who probably actually filling your ass. You want those fine women. Y'all seriously think you got a straight path to that fine woman? She just gonna choose you over everybody else just cause you got a degree or something? Or even if you're a Pookie or Ray Ray watching this, just because you got some street cred or something? Shit. Because regardless of where you at on the spectrum, somebody else got that same shit. So if you're a street dude, hey, there's somebody else who's badder. He gonna look better, he gonna be built better, he gonna have a smoother rap. You know, or if not that, somebody's gonna come for her that way. If she fine, if that woman fine, like look, here's a general rule. If that woman fine, she got a fat ass, big breasts, pretty, whatever the fuck you like on a woman, real sexy, and plus receptive, how many dudes you think hollering at her a day? Who you competing with? And if you're in a black community, you ain't even just competing with black men. She fine enough, white men gonna be trying to holler, and Hispanic men. So I mean, seriously. So what you gonna do? You gonna say, oh, if they just going for those men, I ain't gonna try. So it's like, you know, I'm gonna give her 10. You take Rom's attitude. Rom's like, I'm gonna give her 10 days. Because I understood that early in life. You always compete. It's always a sexual competition. I don't care. Any woman I'm getting with, that means somebody else ain't getting with her right then. And somebody else wanted her. I don't even like a woman. Honestly, I don't even like a woman if I don't think anybody else trying to get in her. And seriously, if I don't think another dude trying to get with that woman or trying to holler at her, I'll be like, because I be wondering what's wrong with her. Seriously. And I know some dudes, they don't want to compete like that, but that's just the thing though, man. Just the reality, man. You always going to compete. And even if you manage to get that woman, somebody still won't be coming at her. You know, you can't be like, you trying to put that shit, your shit just gotta be so thorough she don't want to step out on you or something. So you gonna be competing. In all levels. Now don't tell me some shit, I'm gonna tell you what, don't tell me something like you shouldn't have to. I don't know what planet you live on. The only law this world recognizes, I don't care what your religion is, what your politics is, who you voted for, like what faction you in within this black manosphere. The only law that this world respects is the law of nature, survival of the fittest. That's the only one it recognizes. They don't give a fuck about all this politically correct shit. They don't give a fuck about your degree. How ruthless are you? How much you gonna survive? Because I'll tell you something about me. The reason I don't care because I'm a ruthless survivor. And a lot of women recognize that. I lost count of how many women were trying to have my fucking baby and shit. Because they knew the kids would be survivors. So, look, understand one thing, man. Here's a takeaway from it. I don't care where you are on the social economic spectrum, what your political philosophy is. I don't care what race you are. You want to compete. And if for whatever reason, one of these dudes who just say, you know what, I'm going to go my own way. I don't want to compete for these women. Okay. You still compete for resources. Whether you in business, whether you work for somebody. There's somebody coming for your job, somebody trying to do business better than you. And shoot. And in some places, depending on where you at, you might have to be able to throw, you might have to be ready to throw hands. I want y'all to think about that shit for a second. The way things going, and you got some crazy, depending on where you at, even if you in, I'm gonna tell you what, even if you in a neighborhood that got a lot of money, you never know, because they be having their stuff too. You never know. I don't care what race you are or whatever. You're going to have to be ready to compete. And you might have to be ruthless about that shit. So you can't be sitting up here saying, well, that guy's getting all the money or that guy is getting all the women. Fuck that shit, man. Fuck that. You gotta compete. And especially for women. If that woman fine and you want and you think she should be fucking you, well, give her a reason to. So if you think you losing out to some street dude, hey, you need to be more ruthless than that street dude. If you're a street dude thinking, and that's something some people don't talk about. If you're a street dude thinking you losing out to some educated dude, well shit. You get your degree or you get some certification or something. Or if you think you losing out to some money, man, well shoot, get your paper up. But you always gonna be competing. And there's no excuse for any man. Like let women complain about whatever, and then do shit, and then take action, man. So that's all I got for today, man. Yeah, just think on what I'm saying, man.